This door's magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there, and we can't get to it.
Whoa, slow down and repeat that.
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying?
The droid says he can open the hangar door by slicing the computer on the ramp above us.
How can you even understand that noise?
I served with a lot of utility droids, and I'll explain someday when we're not being chased by 100 or more stealth Sith killers.
Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
I won't. T3? Run up to that little computer thingy up there, the hangar control, and we can replace the power conduit to open the door. How convenient. What the hell is Kelly doing? Did you see that? She was like gliding. Are you gliding? No, you're running now. And good, we've got more droids. Fortunately, we've got some regeneration stuff on, so we were able to take the short amount of time that cutscene gave us and become almost fully healed.
Everyone
Stop
down.
saving my damn disabled droid. I got that for a reason, you know. Hey, we have an antidote kit, something to keep in mind. I didn't think we had one of those. I think Admiral was poisoned a little bit ago. I would have used it. But I mean, you don't really need to use it on him either, because he regenerates on his own, even after he dies, unless everybody else is dead. Then it's a game over, because if everybody's dead, it's a game over. Do we really have to go through this? This is very basic stuff. And keep up on medpack stuff and stuff.
Where that came from?
Stuff! Use the last... Oh. This isn't good. Well, let's get it to the, repair kits anyway. And this ion striker will come in handy. Because ion damage is particularly useful against droids, and I forgot that he regenerates. God, I go on and on about that, and I completely forget.
Just
Use a med pack, bitch. Use another med pack, bitch. Energy shieldify, bitch. In fact, you should probably put on your droid deflector too, shouldn't you? That would probably be smart. You know, to actually remember that we have these things called shields. And they can be pretty useful. Throw a grenade past this guy, maybe it'll get him too. It's my last grenade, so I want to make it count. BAM! And count it did. And oh great, we've got this glitch again. I hate this glitch. Look at him. Look at him. This is not running. I don't know what it is, but it's not running.
More where that came from.
I guess whatever it is, it's just one of the great mysteries of the badly coded Knights of the Old Republic 2. Great game, but I'm not gonna say it's without its glitches, because you can see it right there. It's not without its glitches. Yeah, Sonic doesn't really do shit to droids. Clear that out. Put up that deflector shield again. And maybe even gasp! Repair the droid! That was actually really effective. Does it use its repair skill? Oh yeah, and his repair's up to 14 as a total rank. So he's a pretty beastly repairer. And even without Kelly alive, we were able to decimate the droid forces. Droid stabilization subroutine. What the hell is that? Something I can use. Hey! Ups his demolitions. Cool. Cool. And let's cast a couple heals because the sentients in my party are hurt. There we go. Much better. Guess what this is gonna be? Not pure Pazak, apparently. It's going to be absolutely nothing. Because Atten is acting bizarrely. Well, at least he's not floating, gliding, whatever the hell he was doing before. This seems to happen with him and nobody else. I don't know, maybe I've just gotten unlucky with him or something. Let's disable these mines with the power of the Force.
More where that came from.
Excuse me. Hey, that even hurts them a little bit. Cool. Hey, it actually... Oh, the disabled droid...
More where that came from.
Chained to him. Very cool.
Time to take
Not
you
much
down
to
the
say,
side.
just sort of killing more droids. There was a while there that we were actually getting to kill, you know, Sith, which was kind of cool. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. That was cool. I mean, we don't have to get back to that if you really don't want to, game, but no, it's just a thought. Let's also use this shotgun because it's fun. And it's got unlimited charges, and it generally pwns their shit. In fact, why does he even use blasters when he can just use that instead and wreak havoc? All kinds of havoc. AT3, get out of my way. Do. Alright, show us what that thing we just put on you can do. Let's try to recover this one for the lulz. Skill too low. Okay. Disabling them is fine, and you've got such a fast disabling mechanism that I'd rather use you than Atten, even though Atten, I think, has a little bit more skill. I'm not sure, I don't care enough to check. Okay, we might want to get into this computer and stop them from spewing toxic waste into the place where we're trying to get. There we go. We're decontaminating the decontamination chamber by pouring toxic gas through the vents. HK50! This is not the concept we want to do. Thing. The have. Get. Fucker. HK50. Bothering me from beyond the grave. Alright. And before we actually board the Ebon Hawk, let's just run around and make sure there's no more loot to be gotten, and no more experience to be killed. As you can see, there's a little experience here to be killed, so why not kill it? Yay! Alright, and are there any, like, containers or anything like that? There's a broken droid that we can probably get some components from, or some deflector shields, either way. It's good either way. And there we have it. We can board the Ebon Hawk. Plop a save down before we do so, and let's go! Leave the mining facility on the rock that is the asteroid that is around Paragus, that used to be a part of Paragus, for good!
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
What are you typing on? Why are you typing on the thin air? What a maroon. What a long space of black. Something supposed to be happening right now? Did we fail to trigger a cutscene or something? Is a cutscene triggering or something? I bet it is. Come on. You can do it. You can do it, computer. I've got a little loading thing, that little blue donut thing that Vista has to show you that it's loading, that spins. We're gonna have issues here, aren't we? Alright, let's try this again and hope that the game does not decide to say, hey, woody.
We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser
I still
turret
don't
a
know what
workout.
he's typing on. Oh yes! The cutscene! It triggered! Yes! I'm actually recording this a week later. Yeah, that accounts for the long break, the long Mardi Gras break. I was doing things. I was doing fun things like getting all drunk and shit. Unfortunately, it didn't occur to me to continue my Super Mario 64 Let's Play. And this is just an odd little mini-game that basically functions as their version of right when you're leaving Taurus, I guess, when you're shooting all the ships and stuff. I guess this is sort of a Taurus-like area. And you can shoot the barrels when they're by the barrels to make them explode. All that good stuff. Like that. It really doesn't matter though, because they all run from the same direction to the same direction. And it's like,
alright, let's get out of here.
That's not a very solid attack plan. Hey! Kreia! How did you survive?
There is no time. We must leave.
Okay. That was an abrupt edit. Yes! Cutscenes triggering and all that good stuff. Even though I'm gonna have to edit them all in. And I'm gonna spend less time this LP complaining about editing and more time to saying, ooh, epic cutscene. The asteroid field. The Ebon Hawk. And stuff. Oh, that...
If they hit us, we're dead. But if they keep missing us, it's great odds.
It looks like T3's yelling.
Somebody shut that trash compactor up.
Look, can you fly this thing or not?
I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Well, either they hit us and destroy us, or they hit an asteroid and make the whole field go nova.
Can we jump to hyperspace?
Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
Just do your best to keep your distance. We'll get out of this yet.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
We don't have any choice. Do it!
Hold on. This is gonna get a little rocky.
And since all of Paragus is made of fuel... Boom! And that's all I have to say about that.
Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
The Harbinger was on its way to Telos.
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Paragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Paragus.
Care to explain how you tracked me down?
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk.
That's an unusual set of coincidences. Besides, I thought there was no coincidence. There's only the Force.
True. But as one trained in the Force, you
Now,
know that true coincidences are rare.
I kind of preempted what she was going to say. Anyway, how did we get to Paragus?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to Be silent. We're having a conversation here.
What very musical beeping. He says he repaired the ship and got us to Paragus.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
We got a bunch of racists on the ship. So, Kreia, how come I don't remember any of this stuff that you're talking about? I mean, how come I don't remember you rescuing me?
Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you sealed in one of the cargo holds.
So why are these Sith looking for me?
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
But I was exiled from the Jedi Order.
Exile or not, the Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
But the last of the Jedi? That just can't be true.
The Jedi's civil war destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
But what about the Jedi on Dantooine and Coruscant?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi, and the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi, and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed.
Pregnant pause as I decide what to say. Shifty eyes, looks to the left, looks to the right. Bouncy, bouncy hair. Bouncy, bouncy hair. Good riddance to the Jedi. They're dead and gone.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
Then how do we stop the Sith?
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
If we don't stop them, they're going to keep coming. I mean, that's just common sense.
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
But we have no other choice.
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
This is self-defense, not war.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end, you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
Let's see. If I do not try, then we have lost anyway.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn, but we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
She seemed well enough for someone who had just lost her hand.
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
You're right. I could feel it too. I'll see if I can go help. Oh, and apparently there was a net light side shift over all of that. That's kind of nice that they actually tell you which way it went more. But I think after that long bunch of cutscenes, dialogues, and conversations, even though I'm just gonna go out, edit, and probably start recording again, I figure, like, this feels like a good place to sort of quote-unquote end the session, even though I'm recording this now a week after my computer crashed on the thing. I'm babbling about things that you don't really need to know about nor are important. Just know that this is the end of the session, and I will say, this has been KBM, vengeful as always, and I never know what to say after that, so...